Anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi, we are back again. It's really nice to have everybody back, and thanks for that. Thank you, Yinka. Thank you, everybody. I think let me wait 1 or 2 minutes. Let's get everybody to join in, and we go live now. Okay, so everybody, thank you very much. Olayinka, thanks very much for that. It was a great session. Um, So as I said earlier, before we started the second session, is the fact that you started your business. Thank you for the first class. Bukumi taught us how to create a business model. That's really really amazing. That's really really needed when you're starting. We've also found out how to even get an idea, right? We found out how to validate the idea. Now you have this idea. People want your product. You want to be a business person, fine. People want your product now. You've created something, people want it. Now we need to get investment. We need to scale up that project. We need to build a product, right? Um, basically, getting early investment in your company can mean the difference between surviving and failing. When it comes to startups, right? You need early investment. You need something to help you get that product out there, right? And we're going to go in and see what we mean by investment, how you can get a different type of investment, what investment might even be right for your type of company, and I look forward to having a great time with everybody. Yeah, so today's agenda, getting investments, that's the first thing we'll talk about. The second thing we're going to talk about is fundraising. The third thing we're going to talk about is creating a pitch deck, right? So I'm just going to jump right into it, right? Now you have that. You want to get investment. What do you do? Right? You have to basically bring out your pen and paper and go through this thought process, right? You have to do this in your head, right? The first thing you want to ask yourself, you want to ask yourself a series of questions. The first question you want to ask yourself is, what are your goals, right? Outline your goals. What do you hope to achieve, right? Why are you starting this business? What do you intend to achieve? You need to write all these things down. Do I want to build a small company that is profitable for me? We've talked about an SME and startups. Do I want to build a $1 billion company? Do I want to build a small company that I can just survive with? Just basically, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Is it financial freedom for yourself? Is it something that will be spitting out cash flow to try to survive? Or do you want to go for a very big company? Right? That's one. Secondly, after you've outlined your goals, you want to ask yourself, you want to research past fundraising activities, what has worked and what hasn't, right? The question now is that if you want to build a business of this size, you know how to study and say, if you want to build a business of this size, people who have tried to build a business of this size, what did they do? What worked for them and what didn't work for them? So that way you know what to think about when you start seeing, right? The third thing you want to do now is that you want to reach out to potential friends, your friends and potential friends who are willing to support your organization, right? And that could go from both your business, grants, reaching out to government. But basically, we're going to talk about that, right? Before you even get into financial investment, there are so many other types of investment. First, asking for money. Do you want to check your friends list and see, check everybody in your contact and be like, who can help me with this? Who can help me with that? Who can help me with this? Who can help me brainstorm? These are all valuable things that would basically decide whether your business will be successful or not. The fourth thing you want to do now is that you want to raise funds. You need money. You need financial. You need money basically. So the next thing you want to now ask yourself now is that, what's the method that I want to use to raise these funds, right? Um, uh, how do I want to raise funds? Do I want to speak to investors? What kind of investors do I want to speak with? What do they what do they want actually? Um, and questions like that. You want to ask yourself those questions because after deciding the goals you want, what works, you now have to plan and decide on the method you're going to use to raise these funds. Am I going on Twitter to shoot messages to all the investors on Twitter? Am I going on LinkedIn? What do I want to do? Actually, you have to describe your method. I need to write all of these things down. And the reason I'm actually saying all of these things, there is no one size fits all solution. That's the truth, right? Because depending on the kind of business you want to run, the goals you want for yourself, you want to decide the type of, and that's what is going to guide your research. the kind of friends you're going to reach out to, the method you're going to use to plan to raise funds, right? If you're building, let's say you want to build a space company, you want to go to space, right? This is just a very big example. Anyways, you want to go to space. Now, you can't go to space with 10,000 naira or even $10,000 or $100,000. You need millions of dollars. So now, because you know that this is your goal, you are not going to start talking to maybe your uncle in age, right? Even though he's a very important person, he's an amazing person, but you want to reach out to uh, not reach out to venture capitalists that have the kind of money that are going to need to achieve the goals, right? Acknowledgement of goals is actually very important. Hello, Samu. Can you kindly mute yourself? Thank you very much. Um, talk about now we start. What are the investment options you have, right? You've done all these things, you've thought through your goals. Now let's look at what are the options that you have to actually get investment for your business, right? The first thing we are seeing here is grants, right? Um, so at a point, just check out the federal government, the state government, even your local government might actually be offering grants, right? You want to do your research and see if you have those things, those grants are available. Because good thing about grants is that grants are cheap money. Cheap in, in terms of what I mean by cheap is that um, you are not selling a piece of your company in exchange for this, right? You are just getting grants. It's basically free money, though it's tied to some certain benchmarks, but it's free money, right? Um, Also, you want to reach out to sponsors, right? You want to check out sponsorship. I remember when we were kind of raising money for YPG, we were doing something with the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, and we literally started reaching out to sponsors. Who are the major sponsors? Who are the minor sponsors that we can pursue? Do we want to give them naming rights? Do you want to be like, oh, this certain products, something as simple as a certain product, I can be like, let's say I'm making clothes. I think that's even a very popular thing now. I'm a fashion designer. I can be like, okay, you know what, Miriam, can you give me 10,000? And in exchange for 10,000, I'm going to name this particular style Miriam style, something like that, right? Now you're raising funds and you're getting it for free because you're just sponsoring sponsorship. And you can do this across board. I just said this at a very small scale. But if you're moving to a very big scale, you can always reach out to um maybe one of those rich guys, maybe Dangote, and be like, Dangote, I love you. I really, really want to do something. But I don't have a lot of equity, please. But I'm going to name this after your name. I know you want your name to become very big, right? You have big goals for your name and for your brand. We promise to do this and this and this. In exchange for that, give us this money and we're going to give you naming rights, right? Uh, Another option you want to check Bequest, right? You want to reach out to long-time benefactors, give them some kind of information and be like, please give us some gifts, right? Right now, I know you don't have money. Thank you very much, right? I did you a favor 10 years ago or 5 years ago when something was happening, right? I helped you. Please, you have this piece of land, this extra piece of land, and I need a factory. Please, can you allow me use this land for the next 3 years? Those are possible things that you can actually do, right? And you need to start planting the seed from now. Anyways, I need to say that, right? Also, in kind support is also similar to Bequest, right? Reaching out to people who can help in terms of goods, services, and resources, right? I'm basically building a product, and most of my design has literally been done to me by a friend, right? Just reaching out and saying, "Oh, thank you very much, you're a friend. Can I basically cash in on this friendship in terms of services?" And if I needed to pay for this service, I'll literally be paying through my nose, right, for the kind of quality I'll be getting. But you can always reach out to your friends, and it's very important that we know how to um, leverage on our support system, leverage on our relationship. It is actually very, very important. Maybe at some point you're going to touch on that and teach us how to leverage on that. Um, you also want to pursue donations, very, very important, right? Pursue personal donations, general appeal, direct mail, put it on Twitter. I'm trying to build this, and this. I'm going to need this, and this. Please, general public, help me to achieve my goals. I'm a young Nigerian youth. I plan to do this. Help me, and let's do this together. Some people will definitely try to help you. You could even open a GoFundMe. That also works. You could also do special events, right? Start maybe an award dinner, a grand opening, launches. Tell people I want to launch this product. Maybe you have some art, you do art, right? I'm launching this product, or this series of products. Doing a launch. Can you give me something in exchange for coming for my launch? Please, we're going to need to buy a ticket of 10,000 naira or $5,000 or something like that. You're going to have people come on if your product is really solid. And that's another very solid investment options. Another very important option, investment option, is actually sales, right? Sales and merchandising, right? Like every time somebody buys a product from you and you're making a profit, that's some sort of investment. You're not looking at it as an investment, but it's basically telling you that people believe in your product, right? And you're making a profit, and you can always pull that profit back into your investment options, right? And so if you can, if or you can say something like, I'm pushing out this product is coming out in 1 month time, give me so amount. If the product was supposed to be, let's say, $1,000, give me $900, right? And buy it now. And I'm going to give you, you're not going to buy it at 1,000, right? That way you're selling. People want to buy it, right? You're just pulling the buy time forward, and you're using that money to make the product and giving them later. And this is very, very important. A lot of people do it more than you actually think, and that's something we want to really look at. Another very solid investment option is equity investment. So I actually left equity investment last because this is like the most expensive, right? Because you're selling a piece of your company in exchange for money, a piece of your company that you might not be able to get back, a piece of your company where you're tying yourself, you're tying the lifestyle, the life cycle, I mean, of the business, and you're tying it together with somebody else. That's something. Thank you very much. I'm going to move on. So why do you even want to fundraise, right? As we said earlier, fundraising can determine the future of your organization. You need money to support all of your activities. You're going to need to get the best set of staffs. You're going to need the best set of talent. You need money to be able to get those people. So fundraising is really, really, really important, right? Um, and a poor performance can drain money and threaten the very survival of the organization. If you don't raise enough money, if you needed 1 billion to build a product and you can only raise 300,000, you raise 300,000, but you need 1 billion, you're not going to get a good product out. Your business might fail, right? And I actually wrote something. I said, what are the pros and cons of equity investments, right? Because you're fundraising, they have their pros and their cons. We're going to talk about this later. I just want to just highlight that. Um, but I also write some reasons for fundraising. I said the organization needs resources to grow. Financial resources is key. Also, preparing a pitch deck gives you clarity as to what your ideas are. And this is really, really important. You can say, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But at the point where you want to go and fundraise, you want to give somebody your money, you would have to think very, very carefully about what you want to do. And that way, writing those things down, preparing a pitch deck to fundraise, um, gives you clarity. You now know this is what exactly I want to do. This is why, this is what will work, this is what will not work. Because before you can go and tell someone to give you money, you need to be very clear about what you want to do, right? And another important of fundraising is that fundraising could add equity holders who will provide other types of support to your company. And that's something that is very, very important. Apart from just the money, um, you're bringing in people who have a certain set of expertise. You're aligning those incentives. You're saying your money is now in my business. You own a piece of my business. I need this. You can basically reach out to them every time and be like, I need this thing, oh. And they will definitely help you. They're definitely going to help you because their money is now involved in their business. They own a piece of their business. They don't want that business to fail, right? So adding fundraising helps you to add people who are also invested in the success of your business, and that increases drastically the chances of your success, right? Let's move on. And now, to raise money, you need a pitch deck, right? And what's a pitch deck? A pitch deck is also known as a startup or investor pitch deck. It's a presentation that helps potential investors learn more about your business. And again, as I said, you need investments not to only raise funds. To get people to help you, they need to be very certain that they are helping a solid product. They are helping a solid business. They're not just helping somebody who's just going to play with their money, somebody who does not have solid dreams and goals and ambition for the business, right? Uh, so creating that business is really, really important. It allows you to learn about your business. It allows your investors to learn about your business, and that's very, very important. And also, as I said, if you need to raise funding from VCs, from angel investors, equity investment, you need to have a pitch deck. And this is a very essential fundraising tool. Whether you're using to raise 5,000, whether you're using to raise $50,000, whether you're using to raise, you need to raise $500,000 or even 50 million. At every stage of your investment, from friends and family to pre-seed, to seed, to Series A, Series B, Series C, you are going to need a pitch deck. And even if you're not doing VC, even if you're reaching out to grants, if you're going to get a grant, you're also going to need VC, you're also going to need a pitch deck, both for clarity and to also communicate what you definitely want to do. And as I said, the pitch deck runs for about 15 or fewer slides. And even though you're using 15 slides or less, creating a pitch deck that wins investment is actually not easy. You need to be able to master communication, present all your big dreams, right? Put them in literally 15 slides. That takes a lot of work. And we're going to actually talk about how to create a winning pitch deck. Just follow me. Um, so something Mark Andreessen said, right? He said, if you come in with a theory and a plan and no data, you're just one of the next 1,000 people. It's going to be so hard to raise money, right? Theory, a plan, and no data is going to be very hard for you to raise money. And this piggybacks to something that Olayinka said about idea validation. You don't want to come and say, I have this theory, I have this plan. A plan is good, a theory is good, but you need data. And data is literally people want my products. Even data can be there is a competition doing what I'm planning to do. That tells them that if somebody is doing it and somebody this person is succeeding, I can bet my money on this person to also give me good returns. So you definitely need data, right? And data goes from validating your idea, having a competition comparison. Those are important data that you can also prepare. And the best type of data you can have is not even people who want your product. The best data you have will be people using your product. Even better data will be people paying to use your product or using a part of your product. It means that at this very basic level, somebody believes in this product. If I put my money to make a better product, more people will use this product, right? So you can see that trajectory, right? Or that funnel from the part of I'm starting a business, I have an idea, I've validated my idea, I have a long list of people who want my product. I now have people who have signed up to use my product, who are even using my product. I now have a list of people who are paying to use my product. And this makes it way easier for you to raise money, right? I'm not saying it's easy. You have your disadvantage. We are blacks. We know what's going on there, and there's a lot of pattern matching. I mean, but it makes it way easier. This it separates you from the 1,000 people who also wants to raise money, right? And I'm trying to remind us that when I'm saying raising money, I don't mean only for VC investments. I'm saying friends and family, grants, donations, this applies to everything. But we are just using VC because collecting money from somebody it requires you to be really, really thorough. So think about you trying to prepare a pitch deck to receive funding, to receive equity funding. That way you're preparing that way it allows you to think very deep about what you plan to do, right? I'm going to share an example of a pitch deck on the group, Airbnb pitch deck, and we're going to talk through it together over the week. And I'm sure we're all going to love this, right? So this will show you how very clear these people think the Airbnb founders thought about their product, and how they were able to communicate that to investors so they could raise the kind of amount of money that they raised, right? Um, so let me give you let's go through what's included in the pitch. Sorry, can you mute your speaker? Thank you. Okay, so let's go through what's included in a pitch deck presentation, right? So we've written about 10 things, right? Introduction, the problem, solution, market size and opportunity, the product, traction, team, competition, financials, and use of fund, investment and use of funds. The first step is introduction, right? Tell people who you are and why you're here. It can be something as simple as, my name is Angela, and the name of my business is Angie Blockchain Technologies, right? And we are building blockchain technologies for Africans or for market women. This is just a big example, right? Just introduce yourself. And this introduction is very, very key because people don't have time. You need to catch them immediately. What's the best set of sentences you can use, and how do you get them to be interested in this product right from page one? As I said, I'm going to share Airbnb slide on the group, and we can talk about it and share what we think about it all through the week. Number two, what's the problem? What are you trying to solve? It is really, really important, right? You can't just come and say you're solving anything. Like, it needs to be a problem. It literally needs to be a burning problem that you think, one, you are equipped to solve. No, first of all, one, you have good knowledge of the problem, which means the problem exists. And secondly, you're very equipped to solve it, right? So identify the two or three problems or core problems that your product will tackle. You can be tackling 10 problems, but what are the three important problems that your product will be tackling? The third thing, or the third slide, will contain a clear and concise solution that investors can follow. Now you've told me the problem. What's the solution to this problem? Show me or show us that you've thought through this problem and you've come up with a solution, right? That works, that solves this problem. And it needs to be clear and concise. You need to show that you understand this problem and you have the solution to this problem. The fourth thing is also market size and opportunity. If anybody is giving you money, right? They want to get the best return on their investments. Now, the investment might not, the return on investment cannot only be financial, it could be impact. And this actually scales to not just VC investment, all of that type of investment. If I'm giving you money, what is my returns on investment financially? Secondly, what's the impact that I might probably gain, right, by giving you the resources to pursue this problem or solving this problem? So give me, how big is this market? Um, I'm, how big is this market in financial terms? Not only in financial terms, in numbers. Okay, this problem is affecting 10,000 people in Africa. Wow, this is a very big problem. This problem is affecting 1 million people in Africa. Oh, this is a bigger problem. This is juicy. Now, this is affecting 1 billion people. Now, tell me where to give you my money. Tell me where to send the check. Right. So the market size in terms of population, in terms of numbers, and the market size in terms of financials. This is how big this market is. Remember, when you're talking to VCs, this is a $10 billion market. This is a $100 billion market. They're like, this is interesting. Even if this business fails, I can take 10% of this market and I'm getting a very good investment for my good return for both myself and my LPs. That's people who've given me money to actually invest in companies. So that market size and market opportunity is very, very important. The market opportunity is this unique inflection point that gives us this opportunity to solve this problem right now. 10 years ago, we might not have been able to solve this problem because this was not available. But right now, there's this new technology that is available. In the place of Uber, there was mobile technology. People started having mobile phones. People started having GPS on mobile phones. So you would be like, wow, now you can book a car on the road anywhere. You don't have to bring out your laptop, right? You have a GPS anywhere. We have this Apple App Store. We have the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store that we can put these apps on each person's phone. And now there's GPS. So this thing works perfectly well. This is this opportunity that we can seize right now that enables us to capture this market, right? The Fifth thing is that you're showing off your product, the actual product or the service your business is selling. So you have a solution. You're like, we are going to do this to solve this problem. Thumbs up. How is it working? How does it work? How would the user use this product? Can you even do a demo? Can you give me, have you built this product already? So can you give me a demo of how this product works, right? Show me the product. Show me if you're selling palm oil, show me a picture of palm oil that you're selling. Show me this product that you're actually selling. Don't tell me you're solving something. Show me, let me see, right? Um, uh, uh, Pictures or videos speak way louder than text, right? You want to show me. So if it's a software, show me how this software works. If it's a screenshot of this software that I'm building, let me see how it works. If it's a design of this product, let me see how it works. If it's a physical product, show me, let me see, right? Show, don't tell. Show me, let me see, right? The fifth thing you want to do is the sixth thing, I mean, is you want to show traction, right? Focus on the growth, major growth that you've seen already, the growth, right? The current growth, the major goals, and the next step of your business. Back to idea validation again. 10 people have signed up. I've built this product. 10 people have signed up for this product. We have 100 people on our waiting list. We have a community of 1,000 people who are looking forward to this product. That is traction, right? And that gives investors more comfort in giving their money, even grants and whatever, saying, wow, I have something already. Help me make this bigger. I'm not just talking. I'm building something. I've built it. People want it. We have 1,000 people on our waiting list. We already have 50 users. Help us get this thing to 10,000 users, right? So focus on the growth, the current growth you have. Focus on your major goals. In 6 months, we want to have this. In 6 months, we are going to have this. In 2 years, with this money you're giving me, we are going to be able to do this, right? That way, you're telling the investor or whoever that I'm growing already. I have these plans, and we have this goal. We have these big goals for our company. Help us get there. The next thing you want to do is you want to introduce your core team members. Now you can be a single founder. You might have two founders. You might have two founders. You might have three founders. You might even have a founding team. You might have a core team that you've already developed. You want to communicate that now I have this. I know this problem. I have this solution. This problem is really big. I've shown you a prototype of how this solution will look like. In fact, we've already started growing. Now, this is the people that we have on our team that would help us utilize this money and achieve these goals that we want to get. These are the people that understand this problem and understand how to present the solution to these problems, right? You want to show the core team. I want to show your core team because I want to present a team who understand this problem, who have something called founder domain fit or founder problem fit, which means you don't want to be a pharmacist and tell somebody that you're building a spaceship. Sorry, you can't do it because you might not be able to have solid knowledge of this problem. I might not be able to have the network required to solve this problem, right? So you want to have a core team. I want to introduce that team, showing the investors the core strengths, saying this is what this team can do. This team can tackle this problem. This team can achieve the goals that we've set out for ourselves, right? That's very, very important. The next slide is competition slide. So don't worry, I'm saying all of these things. I'm sure you're having some notes. As I said, I'm going to show the slide and we can talk about it together, outlining each of these things. And I'm sure that it's going to give you examples that you can definitely follow. So the next thing is you want to define your competition, right? Who is doing something similar, who is doing what I already plan to do, who is doing something similar, who can start offering something similar down the line, right? And tell us why you are different. Tell the investors why you are different. Tell me or tell the investors the unique opportunities that you have that can enable you solve this problem that um that would make you beat the competition, right? What makes you different? What makes your product different? What insights do you have that the competition does not have? And how can you present this insight to us so that we can trust you and give you the resources, both financial, network, tools, and services to help you achieve the goals that you have for the business. So that competition slide is very, very important. You want to highlight their strengths because you'll be lying if you say your competition does not have a strength, right? I want to outline their weaknesses. I want to say these are the things that I have that makes me different and would help us be better. Or this is the reason why we don't have a lot of competition in this space because they think this, and this is not possible. But I have this unique knowledge. This team have this unique knowledge that says this is an opportunity that other people are not seeing, and we can tap into this market and we can create value out of it. The next slide is your financials, right? Why do you want to raise 5,000? What do you want to do with 5,000? Right? Do you understand the financial knowledge you're going to need to reach your goals? Are you saying if you raise $10,000, $10,000 will help you build a product? What will it help you to do? Right? Um, how much runway will $10,000 give your team? Oh, hello team, we spend 1,000, or hello investors, we spend $1,000 per month. $10,000 will help us, will give us 10 months of runway to be able to utilize this money and bring it to good use, right? You want to show that you have the financial net to reach your goals. The 10th slide is you want to tell the investors what you need and why. So investment and use of funds. Now you want to say we need so amount. You want to be specific. We need 5,000. We need 10,000. We need 2,000. We need 100,000. We need 1 million. We need 10 million. Why? Why do you need 10 million? Because we want to do this and this with 10 million. 10 million will allow us to get licenses if you need license. 10 million will allow us employ the resources, the personnel resources, the expertise to do this and this, right? Um, 10 million will help us build our factory. This way now you're communicating to investors that I'm not coming to waste your money. I'm not taking your money and going to spend it in the club or spray it. I want to use your money to do something. And this is exactly what I want to use your money to do. And that way they can literally follow up on you and be like, hello, you said you're going to do this and this with the money. How is that going? Are you creating value? Are you bringing up value for what you said you needed? And that way, um, if you can communicate all of these 10 things very well, concisely, clearly, um, we're pretty confident that you have scaled a huge hurdle to raising that next investment. Now, we're not saying this will make it a walk in the park, but this will make it way, way easier for you to raise investments. Um, so yeah. So thank you very much. I'm going to share an example again on the group, and we can talk about it. And yes, these are the things that you will be needing, right? So the last slide, we are going to examine this pitch deck together, which is the Airbnb pitch deck. I'm going to share it on the group once I'm done with this call, once we're done on this meeting, and let's have a great time. You can ask us questions. Myself, Olanyika, and Bukumi will answer your questions. And if one or two of us have a pitch deck, okay, so I'll probably share my own pitch deck on the group where we can actually scrutinize that also and say, okay, these are the things you said on the Zoom meeting, and I think you need to communicate this more. And if you have any other pitch deck that you already have built already, just kindly share it on the group and we're going to talk about it together and let's learn together. So thank you very much for participating. Do you have any questions? We have less than 5 minutes, but we can take maybe one or two questions or contributions. Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Hello, Bukumi.
no question.
No question. All right.
Okay,
Hello,
so
Jerry.
maybe, okay. Yeah, go
No, I
on,
don't have
please.
actually. I don't have a question. So the class has been interesting. So I'm thinking that we could have more practical sessions, so it doesn't look like they're all just doing theory. So I like the part where you said if we have something we created, we can share it and then talk about it together. So yes, I think that in the coming days, it's something that we could, lay our hands on, just create something, maybe with our existing businesses, and then see how well we've been able to, learn really, and then adapt some of these things that we've been talking about all these weeks.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Uju. Um, I think I mentioned it during the call that I'm going to share the Airbnb slide because I want this communication or this conversation to actually continue beyond this class. So I'm going to share that on the group, and we'll get to talk about it together. You can share your thoughts. We're going to go through them together, and we can also share some of the slides that we already have. I have one already for a startup that I'm working on, and I'm also going to share that, and we can scrutinize that together and share thoughts. Yeah, Uju, is that yeah? So
Yeah, that's cool. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Zainab also asked that what is VC again? VC is venture capitalist. There are people who collect money from LPs and they invest that into startups. And they want to get a certain type of return. Usually 10x minimum, 100x is better, but a minimum of 10x. So they are always very, very particular to make sure that they're investing in the best business that can give them the best ROI. And that's why it's very important to prepare a very, very good slide deck that would communicate confidence to the investors and get them to also invest, put their money, their expertise and their skills and their network. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Zena, for that. Uh, I don't know. Thank you, every.
Yeah, so I wanted to just say something
Sure.
quickly about fundraise and also I was just saying that I don't know if maybe I didn't hear, but I wanted to just point out that not everybody rather needs to actually get money. Like there are some businesses that you don't need to fundraise from other people. Well, it depends, like you already mentioned that it depends on your goal, but I don't know if like we talk about that. Maybe I don't know.
Yes, yes, we did, we did. You know, the first thing he said was that you need to know what your goals are, and that would basically, and that's the first thing you want to do, and that would basically dictate everything else that you're going to be doing. So thank you, Bukumi, for that. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So thank you very much. It's been a very great class, and I'm sure we got value. And we're going to share this video and share the slides and share a sample on the group for us to talk about. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for your contributions.
Thank you for your time, Jerry. Really appreciate all of this. Like this class is very it's a great one. Thank
Thank
you really for all the energy and effort you put in.
yeah.
And thank you, teammates, too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.